out here in the vegetable patch. I'm mending the section I'm going to put the vegetables in. That's some cattle manure. And this, although you can't tell from the nondescript bag, is actually worm casting. Natural fertilizer. Actually, there's a worm right now. Yeah. Anyways, this stuff is really good for fertilizing. You can consider it an organic fertilizer. Plants tend to do really well with it. So I'm mixing everything in. The end of last growing season, I actually amended the soil already before I put the bed to rest for the winter. So this is just extra on top of it. If you look closely, see little chunks like that. That is clay. That's the original stuff that's in there, and that's why I amend so much, because not too much stuff is going to grow in that. But you can see, like when I take the pitchfork, it just sinks in. So it's loose, it's relatively loamy, and with the worm casting, the manure, and the soil and stuff from last year, this should be a good area. I don't know if I'm actually going to add the peat moss, because the level of the soil is already at a height that may not need it. And like I said, I amended last year. These are the raised beds that I did. I used stone instead of wood. This is about 12 inches high, plus I dug down into the ground. So between this amount of soil plus what's underneath there, it should be good growing medium for all the vegetables that I have planned. Plants are ready to go outside. There's my chicken wire. Got some plans for that. I am planting outside today. Lilac's doing good. Same thing with the Japanese maple. But I want to talk to, or show you guys about the gardening square. Hostas are good. I top dress with the manure compost and the worm casting. So first time we've done that, so we'll see how that goes. Peonies with little bitty ants on there. Doing well. We had rain all day yesterday, so they're a bit droopy. I might support it a little bit. These guys are exploding up. And here's the area that the veggies are growing. So anyone with a keen eye will notice that the beds are a little bit tilting. This was a very last minute type of thing last year. This place was vacant, but I didn't do the proper due diligence, let's say, to secure the stones to make sure that it wouldn't push out like this. All the stones are basically loose. I can use construction adhesive to secure it in, but that might be like a end of the season thing this year, because I don't want this totally collapsing, and if I keep on ignoring it, that's what's going to happen. Anyways, I added more amendments, worm castings and everything to the soil. This is ready to go. But in one of my earlier videos, I showed you the gardening square. This is called a seeding square, actually. And it uses what's called square for gardening. And if you look at my garden planner, that's in the description, linked in the description below, it shows I'm using square for gardening this year to plant out the plants. And I am able to fit in a lot more plants. So the seeding square has a whole bunch of holes in it. This is a dibbler to make impressions. And using their chart that they have, depending on what you're going to plant, like for example, I'm going to plant corn. So you would plant the corn in the blue, because corn is listed under the blue. So you would plant the corn in this spacing, so the blue. So in 1 square foot, it's basically showing that I can put in 4 corn plants. And so you just put this on the ground, make an impression. I have to dig up the soil a bit because it did rain. And then you just make a little hole with the dibbler. Make sure there's no stones in the way. And then you come back and plant and drop the seeds in there. When you lift this up, yeah, you can see the places where I made the marks. I don't know where the other one is, but you get the basic idea. So it gives you the right spacing to put the plants. So with the space I have here, 1, 2, it's 2 feet across, so it makes it very efficient when you are planting your plants or your seeds. It's mainly supposed to be used for seeds, but you still can use it to figure out your spacing for your plants. For example, what's the red one? I'm going to be doing some, what's it called, carrots out here. And I believe the carrots are in the red, yeah, see there's carrots. So everywhere there's a red mark, you'd make a little divot and you'd place your carrot seeds. I didn't do carrot seeds inside, I'm direct sowing outside. So once again, that's why this is going to be helpful. But anyways, that is the plan. I'll do another, probably at the end of this video, you'll see what everything looks like once it's planted out. But there's a lot of work to do today. Tuesday, May 23rd. It was kind of cool last night, so I'm kind of concerned about the plants that we planted, but got everything done yesterday. Got the new mulch in and everything like that. Designer spray paint rings on the grass. That's actually from the urns because I had to brush them down and repaint them. These were a good deal. Solid iron. Got them how many years ago? I think for little or nothing because they were either being thrown out or no one wanted them. They're rusty. But once you repaint them, pretty good deal. All right, let's check on the vegetables. Oh, peonies are starting to open. Nice, nice, nice. You can see what I mean about the buds. Buds like crazy on them. Big boys are standing tall. And there they are. Nothing flopped, thank goodness. Something was wrong or off with my calculations though, because I didn't put in as much broccoli as I planned because I ran out of space. I think I mismeasured or something on the garden planner, and I was off by about 3 feet for whatever reason. I don't know what happened, because it's the same space that I used for the other plants. I must have miscalculated something, I'm not sure. But anyways, because I was going to do 2 kale, 2 okra, I think 3, what's it called? 3 barbecue. I'm hungry. 3 broccoli across the back, and I was supposed to do carrots and the marigold and zinnia in this area alternating. But if I did that, the peas would start planting here, and then I would have no space for the corn, so I don't know what happened. Anyways, we'll see. Well, like I said, I adjusted. I didn't plant the carrots like I had planned, and I made a trellis for the snow peas. Because the string thing wasn't going to do, and I have 2 rows and stuff like that. You definitely can plant more of the snow peas if you direct sow, but oh, look at that, our first snow pea. That is so cute. Oh, and there's some flowers coming out as well. So it's a good thing I got this in the ground yesterday. So just going to train it to climb up the chicken wire, and we should be good to go. These little pellets that you see are slug and snail bait. So I'm trying to give these guys a good chance starting off. I've seen too many horror stories of people planting out their stuff, and then the next day, like half of them or a third of them are like mowed down from slugs and stuff. So what happens with this stuff is the slugs or snails will come and eat that before they will touch the plant, and then they will go off and die, and your plant survives. Some people don't like using it, but I used it all last year, and I found it very effective. If you don't like using it yourself, don't use it. But for me, it worked great. And still, these marigolds, huge. Don't know what's going on. Still, I don't see any budding. There's the first buds for the zinnias. So those are good. We will see what happens. Hopefully this works out. Just going to take a quick trip outside here so you can see what's going on with the cornflowers. And not much. Like the cornflowers are mid to late summer. I planted more zinnias and marigold out here because I had extra. But I put down the mulch and everything. Oh, dandelion. Evil dandelion. I laid down the mulch. Some areas look really bare, but by the time these things get to like 4 feet high, all that is going to be covered up. You're not going to see. This was one of 2 geraniums, I believe it was. Yeah, geraniums. I had planted on each side. This is the only one that survived. That one, the one on the left, disappeared after about after the 2nd year. So that's it.